Hey, what's going on? I'm Kevan Kenney. This is a brand new edition of Billboard in Studio. Our guest today, the SilverSun PickUps.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
World, we think.
I'm actually pretty excited to talk to you guys. You're known as like an LA, California band, but I understand your first show ever was right here in New York City. Is that true?
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
In
all right.
Williamsburg in 2000. It was
Yeah.
what was it? I don't know if it's around anymore. It was a beer bar. CMJ. We got in. I don't know how.
Oh, no way. It was like a CMJ show.
Yeah, we
That's
could
rad.
barely, the four of us, fit on the stage. I had to kind of...
Yeah.
It was that small of a venue?
Yeah.
It was not even a venue, really. I think it was a venue for CMJ.
Wow.
You know, they kind of put like some folding chairs and made a big stage.
Yeah.
Pop-up venue.
Pop-up venue.
But that does have to make New York kind of cool to play every time, right?
I mean, that doesn't make it. I mean, New York's just cool to play.
is New York
period.
City.
I mean, we played everywhere in New York, and yeah, that is. When we think about it, it seems so weird. That was crazy. That we just wanted to
Yeah.
come see bands.
Yeah.
We didn't. We were just like, let's just get through this show.
Totally.
Well,
And at the time, we had friends in New York, and we're like,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
playing in Brooklyn. And they're like, it's too far, too far.
Oh man, 2000.
Nobody wanted to go to Brooklyn.
Now that everybody lives in Brooklyn, now
It's cool now.
everybody lives there. But we could not get any
We were
of our
taking-
Manhattan friends to come to
We
Brooklyn.
had to take our guitars on the subway. We were just trying to
Yeah.
figure out.
It's like, where is it? Where's your? I remember being like near pianos or something like that. I was like, yeah, we're playing in Brooklyn. I feel like we could even see Brooklyn. And he's all, ooh, too far, too far. Oh, Brooklyn. Oh, I'll never go there. And now that that's where everybody lives.
That's hilarious. I want to talk about the name really quick. I know this has probably been told a million times, but I don't think it's ever been told here at Billboard. Explain the name, how it's actually, I mean, now because of you guys, it's become sort of like an iconic spot in LA, but this liquor store that you guys took the name from?
We have the sign.
Yeah.
Do you really?
We bought the sign.
The liquor
No.
store just changed names, and we took
Yeah.
the sign.
It's not called
It's
SilverSun. Is it
No.
Liquors or Superstore? Or?
It's like
SilverSun
Jason.
Liquor.
It's now
Superstore.
Jason's
Jason's
Liquor.
Yeah.
No way.
No,
so you
we're-
guys have the sign though.
We're fine
Yeah,
with it, please.
totally.
Well, because just like Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The gentrification is just it's such a high that everything is fancy in that area now. But so it's kind of sad because the one thing that still looked like garbage was
That liquor store.
that liquor store. So we're really proud of it. But yeah, they sold it. It's like a fine winery thing now. But we
that
got the sign,
sucks.
and then we got these signs, and when Joe was like loading them, I think we were thinking, why did we get these signs?
Yeah, because they're like
are we gonna
way
do
they're
with
like
these?
way bigger than we thought they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want some SilverSun signs? Because we can send it to you.
Where are
Real
these
quick.
signs now? They're just like at your houses?
They're in our
They're at the
storage space.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We kept joking, our friend Todd, who works with us, who does merch, we kept threatening him that we were going to make him put it up, like, and light it up so people, when they walk into the show at Terminal 5, can take a little picture with it.
Yeah, little Instagram post right
A
there.
postcard.
Well, you guys have been a band now for, I guess, going on 15, 16, 17 years.
25, 30 years.
25.
Our
Let's just say a
CMJ
century,
show
right?
was in 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so 17 years. You said something. You said
Jeez.
it's crazy. It's
I need a hobby.
You guys said something. I guess this is like probably over a year ago now. You guys were having a conversation with Matt Pinfield, and
Love
man, we love
him.
Matt.
Aw.
Matt's fellow Jersey native. I'm a
His
big fan of
brain-
Matt.
He's great.
They're going to
Oh, it's
study that
insane.
brain.
It's insane.
He knows everything about everything in the world.
But you were saying to Matt about this transition that happens, and I think it's so fascinating in the evolution of a band when you start, young and you grow up in the band, of what happens when you make the transition from like teenage youth-based angst to real life heavy stuff. And I don't think it's talked about enough, when you talk to bands that have been around a while. Can you speak to that?
I mean, I would imagine if you're doing something like this, I'm just lucky enough to have this opportunity to put all, these feelings and stuff and create these I don't know, it's like catharsis. But yeah, in the beginning when you're young, you're so angry, you have so much angst still, especially in your 20s, and things mean different, things are heavy, but not quite in the profound way as it eventually shows up. And it's just because you're alive longer. The longer you live, the more you go through amazing things, great things, and then profoundly upsetting things. And once you go through those sort of things, you can't really go back to being, I'm mad. Arr, you don't get me, Dad. No, you're just like, wow, life can be pretty heavy. And so if you're honest to your music, or this kind of music that you want to make that is that way, then I would imagine that's what the pool you're pulling from. You know? Yeah. birth, death, all those fun things.
Yeah,
Death of a
joyous
liquor
things.
store,
Well, let's talk about the reason you guys are
gentrification.
here.
You still don't get me, Dad.
Let's talk about the reason that you guys are here. You're obviously on tour. We're going to talk about tour, but this new
Yeah.
EP that is out, Better Nature Revisited.
All right.
So before, I want to dive into the track listing. You remember that? You guys released it maybe a month ago?
I really didn't remember that.
Somebody asked me last night. They're like,
I
"What's
forgot.
on this?" I'm like,
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. It's remixes from people that we know that we love, and they're really bonkers remixes.
Well, not just remixes, though. Don't sell yourself short. Some awesome acoustic versions of songs.
Well, we threw
Right.
that on at the end to be like, here also. Here's
No, but
these.
in all honesty,
I
as a
forgot about
fan,
the acoustic.
it's really nice to go back and forth
Yeah.
the way it's sequenced. It's kind of
That's
neat.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
How is
I haven't heard it, honestly.
Well, I wanted to talk to you before we dive into the EP itself. You guys have some interesting thoughts.
You're not
on
going to
just-
make us listen to it, are you?
No. This will not be a listening session for the
great.
EP. But no, I wanted to talk about how you guys approach collaborations because I do think it's unique. Where I know some people, DJs will come to you and what do you want to do? What do you want this to sound like? You guys are very against that, and not
Yes.
just there, but with music videos, you almost
Yes.
see your art or your music as an opportunity for these collaborators to express their vision.
Right. I mean, we did it already.
Right.
We put all of our thought and like just insane laser focus into the album, into the artwork, into the shows, and playing live, and so to direct other people
Right.
on something would be just horrible and strangling. And so we complete. I mean, all we really do is choose the person. That's as far as we go,
and just trust them.
and trust them.
Yeah.
And because I would not want to step on anybody, and it's great to do that.
Totally.
Like, I don't want to see our music video. I don't want to see like what we literally do. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what another brain. This is our opportunity to have another brain come in, and it's just so
Yeah.
great.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't. Do
They
you
have
guys want
lots
to see
of-
it?
They have lots of giraffes in it.
Oh my god, I actually do want to see Nikki's. What am I saying? Now that I say that, I do want to see her.
Nikki's idea of
Oh my god, Nikki's video would be pretty great. We got to do that. You know what?
The mountains and clouds
Like
and
coffee.
Just like
Just a lot of coffee.
Nikki's bass and
Oh my God.
vocals and nothing else.
Just like her, it's just like a
and a lot of her twins.
5 million.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
a
they're so
lot.
cute.
A lot of her.
It would be. It would be
child photo.
a music video of your twins going to Dean and DeLuca in New York.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna love it someday.
That's literally what our next video is going to be. You heard it here first.
There you go. A
Scoop.
Billboard exclusive. Now, why
Yeah,
revisit?
when we come back in 2025,
That'll be it
that's when
right
our next
there.
album's coming out. You'll the first music video from Nicki Moninger. 2 adult girls at that point. Dean and
Directorial
DeLuca.
debut.
Why revisit the record? I think somebody.
That's a great question.
Somebody in the band though said recently, and I like this, that it's a nice sort of nightcap to the cycle, this era of the band, this Better Nature
That's
era.
nice. Who said that?
I think that was me. I think it was probably
Yeah.
Brian.
All right.
You had me at the word nightcap. That sounds like something I'd say. No,
Well, why
I mean it
revisit
is.
it?
I mean, really, it's for the people that literally have been, I don't know, have been paying attention to us for a long time, you know. And so it's, I mean, we can easily not have done it, but it's just that people really, I don't know, it means a lot to people. I think we always question those things of not wanting to do a lot of like weird, silly stuff like that, but. We've learned over the years that it actually means a lot to people, and people really care. So, so that's what this is for, you know.
Well, you talk
and
about-
again, like it was really spawned the fact like Joy Wave and who else? All those.
Junior, like they just offered to do stuff, and
they're bonkers.
And the remixes they did are so
They're the best.
so crazy
Yeah.
cool.
They're so
Just
crazy
like-
cool that we just had to share these things, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're by far the most interesting remixes we've ever had, and we were kind of like, wow, how did you get that out of that?
Yeah.
Oh man, Joy Wave, man, those guys are.
Well, you talk about the remixes
Amazing.
and you talk about sort of the transformation. If there's a fan right now watching who's a fan of Better Nature, the original LP that came out 2 years ago.
It's still there. It's not ruined.
It's still there.
Yeah,
But
this doesn't take over. This is not like the prequels.
what song would you say went under the greatest transformation?
Ooh.
That original LP
From
with these remixes.
ooh,
Is that tough to say?
I mean, they're all pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. I
pretty
mean, they're all
bonkers.
pretty different, which is kind of, I think, why we responded to them was just because
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
such a complete like shift of like from the original song to the remix that was the like selling point. I think I don't know if
That-
one in
exactly.
That's what you
particular-
were saying earlier. Like we had no instructions for it, you know?
No.
Yeah.
It's like
Just do whatever.
do it.
But there's these.
And
We've been lucky enough to know these creative people that are just. And I think in the beginning, our first album came out. Remixes were generally kind of dance remixes. You know, they just like put a little reverb on it and things like that. Even though I'd still love Jimmy Tamborello
Yeah.
Post Service his remix.
Yeah.
But now these people take it and it's like such an art. It's so creative. It's not trying to manipulate you into like dancing and stuff. It's just to be heard as this piece. When we were first hearing, like I said, when we first heard the Joywave, and I was like, oh boy,
I mean,
here we go.
We look forward to hearing
Yeah.
it. 'Cause we're like,
Yeah.
how did you change the song and how did you make it?
Yeah, it's the
yours?
only
So
thing.
it was, for us, it was so cool to hear.
It's
what
the only
other people
SilverSun
done.
thing we'll ever listen to because it doesn't involve us.
I really like the Nightlight one, the Nightlight remix.
Okay.
Because it, for some reason, it kind of had some elements of the video, like in it, which I liked.
Directed by Mark Pellington, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's so
he
cool.
did an
And that's
amazing.
another-
that's another
example of letting the guy go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you don't tell him what to do.
Yeah, I don't think so, right?
You just let you let him do it.
The best
and
decision we
he's
made was
awesome.
we said yes.
Yeah.
You know, and then just let this guy shoot.
And Meg Steedle, is that her last name?
Yeah.
She's
she was
running around.
she was awesome.
She's awesome. God,
She's awesome in
She
that.
was just running around in different outfits. That was the weirdest thing.
That was a lot of trust because like when he talked to us about the video, he mentioned Vegas, like wanting to shoot it in Vegas, and we were immediately like, yeah, we don't want to do like lights
Vegas.
and that kind of type of Vegas.
offense,
But
Vegas.
He was more kind of like like kind of like the underbelly, like
Yeah,
kind
the
of
other side of Vegas.
Yeah, the other
Right.
side of Vegas, and we're like, okay, but it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
awesome.
all right, we'll see you in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll see you in Vegas.
Such a
I'm
legend.
like Susie. We work with this girl Susie a lot. She's done a lot of our videos. She's amazing, and there's just a lot of trust and they have such passion for these things, and this is a vehicle for them to get it out, which we love. But we've been lucky that people haven't, like, you hear what they want to do, and then people can sometimes get a little nervous when it comes down to it and make it more normal. And I think because we operate in a way that you can't do that. Don't be normal. I'd rather be,
Wasn't that what Jackknife brought out of you guys with the last record? I know.
Jackknife really.
He's definitely
Sort of
not
like-
normal.
Yeah, I was going to say
Like,
that.
didn't he? Isn't it fair to say he sort of encouraged you guys to not try to be normal?
I would say, well, with us, because he does like a lot of big things too.
Yeah.
I think we're probably the freakiest band.
Yeah.
So any kind of like oddball things.
Yeah, I don't think it was
I think
necessarily like.
he gets to explore that through us. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. But it's more like the fact that he's just making sure we stay in a way.
Yeah.
Like we don't lose the plot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get timid either by the time we record. When you're writing something, you can be as adventurous as you want, and then when you put it down, you start to go, is this too, I don't know, is it too normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think with him, it's more about just maintaining spontaneity. Like,
Yeah.
instead of it coming in with everything too pre-planned, it's like rather than normal, it's more just like, if you think of something super crazy, like, let's do it, and like not
just
think
lay it
about
down.
it too much.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that because this last go, we've been really playing the song Tape Deck a lot, which is the bonkers song on the album. And Nikki's playing these pads with these vibraphone pads, and I remember actually during soundcheck thinking, we're doing this right now because one day
He bought a
when we were doing
vibraphone on
this song,
Craigslist.
a vibraphone showed up because he bought it, and we looked at it, and all of a sudden
Mess with that.
it's on the album.
Yeah.
The whole song is
Off of
vibraphone.
Craigslist. He just
Off of
bought it
Craigslist.
off of
And it
Craigslist.
literally just like showed up, and it was like, well, I guess we'll put vibraphone
I was
on
like,
the
I've
album.
always wanted to play one of these.
Yeah, so like Nikki went in there for an hour and learned it, and then it was just like, and now it's just funny that's exactly what Joe's talking about, the spontaneity, to try and keep that with something that's still very structured, because
Yeah.
you're making albums, but to try and to mix everything fresh, and so it does have a feeling like if we worked on a certain song at a different day, it would have been a whole different experience.
Such
Totally.
a fun way to make a record when you think about
You know what
Yeah.
it is actually.
Yeah.
It's
Fair.
mind numbing. You got to catch up, and I mean, if you nod off for a second, you're lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it's a
wait, what
lot.
are we doing?
It's a lot. It's like flying around the room.
Well, it
It's-
forces you to be in the moment, I imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the plot because it's moving.
Yeah.
This thing's moving, and it's quickly moving, and so you got to be really, really sharp.
Yeah. Let's talk about tour really quick, guys. You just as we said at the top of the interview that you just came from DC. You're playing 2 New York dates, which is pretty cool. You're playing one in Manhattan here at Terminal 5. You're also going to be out of Brooklyn Steel. Have you guys been to that venue? That's a new venue.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Oh, you have been there.
You've,
Okay.
you've been to Brooklyn?
I haven't been yet.
Oh.
It's awesome.
Looking forward.
Yeah,
Did you
I'm really
catch a
looking
band
forward.
there?
No, I just kind of went down to drink. No, I didn't see a band. It was like it was just open. I don't remember why we were there.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's a cool venue. I've heard really
Yeah.
great things about it.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing Minus the Bear. I
Yeah.
should say you have Minus the Bear out on tour.
We have them.
Yeah,
have
they're
that.
ours.
They are with us.
Nice guys.
They came by in the spring. Their new album, I guess, Voids. They have a song called Last Kiss, which I really love.
Yeah,
But
awesome.
How long have you guys known those guys?
Ooh, on and off for a while. Like we know them better now,
Yeah.
but they're really good friends with people we know. But our first interaction with them was almost maybe a little under a decade ago. Really.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used
did
to be
a-
label mates, so
Okay.
we knew them.
And we did like a
Yeah.
festival with them in Seattle like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
something like that. It was when we first.
Yeah, they're big Seattle guys. That's
Yeah, yeah.
Totally. And then I think we actually met them first time when we were touring with Muse. So, I guess that's 2009, right?
It's been a while ago.
Just like under a decade, right? so 9 minus.
Whatever that.
17.
I like that. Before we did this interview, you were really enamored with the bus.
Yeah.
You were really shocked about the idea of a bus.
Wow, that's a big
even-
vehicle.
Just like a bus in general was
Yeah.
tripping you out.
Buses are my thing. Well, speaking of tour and speaking of buses, you got a couple more dates. You're going to Philly, you're going to New Haven, you have the 2 New York dates, and then I guess as you put it previously with the sort of the EP, this is the nightcap to this era.
Yeah.
What is next after the holidays?
I mean, we have a Puerto Rico benefit in LA right after Thanksgiving, and then we have the 2 shows in Portland and Seattle that we had to reschedule because of the flu. And then we're going to shut down for at least a decade. I'm going to crawl into a hole and heal.
a nice hiatus. Are you guys
I don't
thinking
know.
about taking like an extended break in all seriousness?
No, I mean, you just, no, you get antsy. Holidays is a good time for a break. It's sort of forced. It's a forced break.
Yeah, it is nice
And then
at the end of the
it's
year.
good to sort of makes your, like once the circus of tour is over, you can start hearing yourself think, and that's when new ideas pop up. And so
Center
by
yourself
the beginning
and
of the
whatnot.
year, hopefully, you have enough ideas in your head to start something.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, 20 years later.
Something will emerge.
Or we can just do another nightcap of it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Or the
Make
Dean
sure-
and DeLuca music
Nightcap,
video.
nightcap.
Maybe we should just
Revisited.
Maybe we should
Dude.
revisit all of our albums every year.
Summer nightcap.
Swoon revisited. Just keep revisiting. Reimagining of Neck of the Woods. Carnivis. Carnivis, question mark?
Revival.
Pikel Revival. Better Nature Revisited 2. The Legend of Curly's Gold.
It's franchises at this point. Well,
That's what we want to do. Franchise our band out.
Part 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
If you're
Thanks.
watching
Yeah,
right
thank
now,
you.
tickets are still available at silversunpickups.com/tour for more details there. And best of luck at these 2 New York days.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
rad.
you.
Thanks for stopping
Yeah,
by.
it was
Looking
rad.
forward to it.